So you may be asking, or you may not be asking, why are we doing a video on a Lasko 3733 garden variety, 2020s, 2010s, your economy, basic fan. 20 years from now, people will be saying, I remember seeing these everywhere, right? And who knows, people could be restoring them 20 years from now. I don't know. But the reason I'm doing this video, it's a little different, is I remember a comment someone made, another YouTuber made in one of their videos, and they were doing a video on a 3733 because they were doing something with it. I forget what it was. I think it was part of a fan swap or exchange. Doesn't matter. But the YouTuber said, I think they said along the lines, I might as well do a video because that's what gets all the views. And that kind of stuck with me because I thought that was a weird comment. Like, who really cares about a 3733? You can look it up on Amazon, you can read about it, go to the store, look at the box, whatever. And then, this channel really hasn't been around that long. We're just over a year old, and thank you to all the loyal followers, contributors, and viewers. Really appreciate that, and hope they continue on for a long time. But as I was kind of looking recently at just what were like the top 10 videos over the last 48 hours and the top 10 videos over the last 28 days, it's kind of how YouTube looks at it. And a bunch of videos keep popping up that I did last spring and summer. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So I investigated, and the videos that were coming up were videos on 3733, Lasko Cool Colors, the different variations, the black 3733, I think a Utilitech. So my point being, all the views were on the modern box fans that are, one may call them trash. Others may say, they're, as good as it gets for today. So I went and looked at the channel kind of statistics, if you will, for more like the vintage fans and fans that the collectors in our little group really kind of covet, and it had far less views. And not that I'm here to do this for clicks and views and whatnot. I'm here to connect with my fellow hobbyists, but it was just very glaring to me because I kept thinking, why do I keep seeing these videos that I had done on these other fans pop up again? And some of them are 12 months old. I'll give you an example. Last year we acquired the Lasko Cool Colors, the light or powder blue cool color that replaced more like the royal or the royal blue, I guess you could say. And that has, last I looked, like 12,000 or 13,000 views of a Lasko Cool Colors fan. Now again, this channel is small. My reach, or I should say the channel's reach, isn't what some of the more established or longer term channels are. So I was kind of stunned by that and find it very interesting. So my question is this: are the maybe non-subscribers out there, I should say non-fan collectors out there, the ones that are viewing these more modern fans, are people who are legit looking for a review because they want to make an informed purchase? So maybe they're like, oh, I need a box fan, and they're doing a Google search and they click on the videos, like, oh, maybe I can see which one I want by clicking on the video, and somewhere along the lines these show up on YouTube. I don't know, but it has to be something to that people are looking at these videos of the modern box fans for more of a true product review. Could be. I would love to hear from someone in the comments, and that's why I put the 3733 on camera, because I thought, well, if that's what people are kind of interested in, maybe that's why people will watch this video, and it's also to make the point. And or is it just very possible that, so it's interesting. I'm in my 40s, so I grew up predominantly in the 80s, 90s, right? So that's kind of like my childhood fans. My early childhood fans are from the 80s, and I talk about it all in my other videos, so feel free to watch those if you want to know which fans are my favorites and whatnot from my childhood. But then when I see, I can figure out people's ages very quickly by the fans that are their favorites, because they'll say something, this is my childhood fan, and it'll be like an early 90s Lasko or something, and I'll say, okay, you're approximately 10 to 12 years younger than me. So what I'm getting at is, in addition to people looking at product reviews, is it just a very young generation of fan collectors, like say in their early 20s and teens, that I would have loved to have this venue or medium in my teens, because back then it was like, if you got lucky and found something that someone threw out in the trash, that was it. That's how you couldn't connect with other people. In fact, for the longest time growing up, I thought I was the only person in the world who was obsessed with fans. But so the people watching the videos, to summarize, are they people who are looking for legit product reviews, and or are they a young generation of collectors checking out like what would be their fan from their time? So could it be, are there viewers in their teens and early in 20s maybe that have interest in the different like Lasko variants that we've done videos on? I would love to hear from you in the comments. So I know this is a kind of an unorthodox video, but it was on my mind, and I thought maybe my fellow YouTubers out there could maybe shed some light on it. All right, so I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Love when you guys subscribe, so if you haven't, that would be really cool. As well as comment, of course. And as I try to do as many videos as I can, what good is a fan video if we don't turn the fan on? So I'm gonna leave you with this. A walking Lasko 3733. Let's see if it walks. It wants to tip over. It just reared back on its hind legs. It has the feet on it. If it didn't have the feet on it, it would fall over. Lasko, if you're watching, I would love more than anything to get an endorsement.